and things like that. They serve breakfast. They're open
In the picture.
every day of the
Out of the picture. In the picture.
Okay.
Out of the picture.
So the problem about filming out on the lake is boats go by and it gets a little wavy, and apparently Mr. Happy over here is getting caught up in the waves.
Now, when staying at Lake Shasta, there are two types of accommodations. The first and the most popular is staying on a houseboat for 3 to 4 nights. Also, staying at a resort and then renting a boat. That's what this video is about, staying at a resort and renting a boat for the day.
Take exit 690, then continue on to Bridge Bay Road. In a quarter mile, at the traffic circle, continue straight to stay on Bridge Bay Road.
Welcome to SippyCupAdventures of Northern California. I'm Darren.
I'm Patty, and we are mostly exclusive to travel in Northern California.
Yes. So this video is exclusively about staying at Bridge Bay. It's not for renting houseboats, which Lake Shasta is about. So it's about staying the night, getting a boat rental that we're on here at Lake Shasta. I was looking for, we've stayed at Bridge Bay Resort before, but I was just looking for other videos maybe that talked about other resorts in Shasta, and I couldn't find anything. There's nothing out there on YouTube. So Bridge Bay Resort, it's a resort by all the amenities that it has, but you're thinking you're getting some fancy, schmancy, pricey place. That's not the case. It's kind of old-timey, right? It's just kind of rustic.
It's economical.
Economical, yeah. It was $150 a night. So staff is wonderful. And you check in at a booth, and then you go to the main office, and that's where you do all your reservations. You check into the hotel, you can do boat rentals. There's a little general store, opens at 8 a.m. every morning. See what they got. Yeah, the general store has your typical fare, ice, sodas, beer, sunscreen. They have merchandise, hats and shirts and cover-ups and things of that nature. Nice store. After you're done with the registration area and maybe explore the general store to get some essentials, you're going to head up the hill up to the right on the way to the lodge. At first, you're going to come to the restaurant seen here, which is called Huff's. There are 3 buildings that comprise of the lodge, and the first one right here is where we stayed both nights that we stayed. And you can find parking spot. There's also the third entity right there in front, which is all single story. They have back patios with barbecues at these units. We stayed there once. Now, we have only stayed at Bridge Bay Resort when staying at Lake Shasta. It's conveniently located right off of I-5, which saves you on travel time. There are also these resorts, the Silverthorne Resort, as well as Jones Valley Resort and houseboats. And then there's the Sugarloaf Cottages and the Sugarloaf Marina. At any of these resorts and marinas, you can reserve houseboats or stay in their lodging. But as you can see by these particular Google Earth images, that when the water is low, how do you bring the boats out? If you're staying at the resort, you can't just walk to the water easily when the water is low. But at Bridge Bay, the resort is a bit more drought tolerant, I would say. That's why we would choose Bridge Bay even in drought years. So yeah, about Huff's under new ownership.
Yeah, the food is good. The drinks are good. Lemon drop was great. I think on a Saturday night, it's a little more of a party atmosphere. People are coming off from the lake, want to have dinner, some cocktails. So you might get some locals that come in. But overall, it's a good experience.
Yeah, there's not much more to offer in the area. So if you want to dine, if you're staying the night at Bridge Bay Resort, that's your only option. Like I said, the service comes and goes. You can tell when it's going to get busy, and they're still learning. You know, they're thankful that they're there. They're still learning, primarily a new staff.
But again, the staff is very friendly. The drinks are good. The food is good. It's not. It's burgers and sandwiches and things like that. They serve breakfast. They're open every day of the
Out of the picture. In the picture. Out of the picture.
Talking about having cocktails here on a wave. All right, start that.
At Bridge Bay Resort, they have this special events area where they host weddings and parties. And when it's not busy or being used, I like to use it as a viewing area to catch the sunset. Just grab your chairs, they have chairs there, and enjoy the beautiful sunset. So we started our 2-week vacation by staying at Bridge Bay Resort on July 18th. Then we went up to the Pacific Northwest and returned back to stay on July 30th and rent a boat.
Squeeze my wine, babe. You never know where it's gonna go.
What were you saying?
They're caution signs, like the tripping hazard. They're not your normal signs.
Okay, so we checked out, went back to the office, filled out the registration to rent a boat, and we only get it for 4 hours. If you want to rent a boat ahead of time, whether it's a patio boat, speed boat, jet skis, you can only rent them ahead of time for 8 hours. But since we only want 4 hours, you have to walk in. All 4-hour rentals are walk in. So we're kind of waiting to time it, get on the water around noon, and have to be back in at 4. I tried to say, can we stay till 5? But she was like, oh well, let's wait.
$300.
$300 fine if you're late.
Which is your deposit, basically.
So when you're ready to leave, you're going to walk down and go all the way to the building at the end of the marina to check in to get your boat. Now back in 2019, when the water levels were low, it was quite a walk down. It was even worse walking back up after a hot day on the lake. And so we'll list the prices. I mean, there's a website. Website's a little bit wonky, but we'll list some prices, what it costs for us to take this pontoon boat or patio boat out for 4 hours.
Yeah, and there's a late fee if you are late, and it's basically your deposit, which was a $300 deposit, so don't be late.
Yeah, you can rent speedboats, which we've done them before. We've rented a fishing boat out here. But the lake is full. that's what's beautiful. We wanted to take advantage on our 13-day vacation here. We wanted to take advantage of coming up here and getting on a full lake. Now they let the water out a little bit, so there's a little bit of a rim, but it's booming out here, so it's awesome. You don't have to rent a houseboat to enjoy Shasta Lake. We highly recommend staying at Bridge Bay Resort. If you want to get out of the lake, just stay in a lodge, rent a boat. It's less expensive, and you're not tied into 3 or 4 days. Thanks for watching Sippy Cup Adventures of Northern California.